Why you so mad? Go get a bag. I'm in the lab, I don't move the same. Off of the password, back in my lane. I cannot sit in one place like a stain. Sharing that paper like ripping the page. I'm gonna be the last one to remain. Walk with the nearest, I'm spitting that flame. Hop out the cycle like it ain't a thing. Doing them heels, we running up. Hotel bar after the gig. Something to sip and getting drunk. With a case hold, baby, we gonna dip. Was on bad in them apartments. Started hitting the target. Started flooding the market. Started moving smarter until it rose about the garden. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Pop in, burning like this, ain't checking my wrist. Third is my shift. Rolling all night like flex. We look at the clips, these credits are lit. Stacking miles, I'm far away from home. I got what I wished for. Taking that risk, I'm checking my list. Marathon man, it's run legit. Can't let it slip when it's all in my grip. Talking too much, he probably not it. All that I did, calls I missed, time I spent. Yeah, that's that blood, sweating my love. Checking that tug, out of the mud. Rough only get picked up like a truck. Went in the clutch, that is a must. Wake up, get to it, ain't nothing about it. The only way to it is do it, no way around it. Before we cruising like the Caribbean with mileage. I'ma always be solid, I'm a young brother with knowledge. Go do the science, dog. Always up like a pop.
Hello. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the most interactive wrestling stream on the interweb. Welcome to wrestling. Well, fudge. I already fudged it up again. I'm so used after all these years. I'm still used to saying wrestling with Omer, even though that's not the name of the show anymore. It has not been the name of the show for a while. It's Big Ohm Live. The name of the channel at this point is Big Ohm Live. And you know what? My bad. Just off the rip, off the top, my bad. No Rikishi, no KTR. Anyway, but this is Big Ohm. Fudge, say the word, says Leo. Say it. Hope you're staying safe out there, Leo. I don't know if we're at war with you still, but I hope you're safe, buddy. Yeah, you want what word? Fuck? Yeah, I'll say it. It would be insane if CM Puke was gone from WWE, but that won't happen. We'll talk about CM Punk and his status with World Wrestling Entertainment. That is one of the bigger stories of the day, the bigger stories of the entire week. People have been wondering, what's going on with Punk. We'll get into that. We'll get to the bottom of that. We're also going to talk about AEW Dynamite, some major matches lined up for Forbidden Door, and as always, I'm here to talk about whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. This is a fan-run show. Leave your chat. If you guys want to help support the channel, the best way to do that is by leaving either a leave a thumbs up. Easiest and best way to support the channel. Leave a thumbs up if you haven't. Also, guys, be sure to subscribe if you haven't. And if you want to help support the channel, best way to do that is by leaving a super chat or becoming a member for $5 a month. Those things really go a long way into creating the content you see and getting me to do live streams. But obviously, I'm also busy over at Wrestle Vibes. A lot more videos coming there. I have, something I will preview for the people who are here. And I will preview it, and I will do nothing else. Here's the thing, it will come up on screen is what will happen. All right, it will come up on screen, and you guys are going to be left to your own devices as far as whatever the hell this is. Okay, we're gonna put it on screen for 5 seconds. Okay, well, that wasn't 5 seconds, but you fucking get me. That's my teaser. The most, Yeah, yeah. It wasn't the. It was the most socially awkward teaser I've ever done. But uh, that's a thing. That's gonna be a thing pretty soon. Glad to hear you're safe, Leo. Ain't nobody teaming with MJF. I mean, he did pay the Don Callis family like enough money to buy a damn boat. So I assume that Don is at least going to be open to that being a thing. CM, I'm not going on vacation like Roman Reigns goes on vacations. Triple Fraud doesn't have anything from creative. Yeah, I mean, I'll get into my thoughts and kind of what I believe happened in that situation. I mean, wait, I mean, I'll just say this right now. WWE lied. The creative lied. The TV lied. Punk lied. Everyone lied in that situation. He was reportedly going on vacation, and that was everything that we were led to believe. Then, he comes out after Mania, does the thing where he says, I'm not going anywhere, proceeds to not show up for what now, like 3 months? 2 months? Well, 2 months? Okay. KSI and Logan Paul didn't have Prime. Drink. I would have liked your new channel name. Yeah, wrestle. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we got to change that now. Did you see Swerve Strickland attack Bobby Monsoon during a live stream? I did. Shout out to Bobby Monsoon. Shout out to Bobby Monsoon for getting that Swerve interview and then beat down. Bobby proceeded to get his ass whooped. Shout out to Bobby. I think he's live too, right? Actually, no. Fuck Bobby Monsoon. Fuck him. Fuck his stream. Don't watch his stream. Watch my stream instead. Don't. He's not live. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Bobby. It's all the work. CM Punk back in AEW. I'm here to make friends, not money. Proceeds to make a whole lot of money and no friends. Yeah, that's probably how that would go. Although I think the door is still open. And I'll get into that later on. But we got business to attend to. First things first, guys. I really gotta bring this up, and I promise after this, no more bollocks, no more bullshit. I will get right into the pro wrestling. I just do need to acknowledge my absolutely amazing 7 feet 4 inch Maoist king, Victor Wembanyama, for putting belt to ass to the New York Knicks right now. This is insane. Wemby is cooking. It is like he is cooking like it is nobody's business right now. 19 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 6 rebounds. No, I'm not acknowledging you guys. I'm only acknowledging Wemby right now. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. 81-52. If you are a Spurs fan in New York, run. Yeah, fuck the New York Knicks. Fuck the New York Knicks. Overrated team. Didn't deserve to be here in the first place. And that's why they're getting their asses whooped right here, right now. Omar, I'm here to talk about wrestling, not shilling and talking about BS. All right. We'll get to, okay, wrestling time. Big Om Live. We're talking about wrestling. I promised we're here. Okay, we're talking about wrestling. Let's talk about professional wrestling. I hate the New York Knicks. I'm a Bulls fan. Okay, well, you're not helping your case for sympathy either by being a Bulls fan. You and your 6 titles. You could stop at the phrase "fuck New York." It would be accurate too. I love New York. I love New York. If like genuinely from the bottom of my heart, if rent in New York wasn't, to the level where I would probably have to, declare bankruptcy to live any place decent, I would live there. No question. It is my favorite city. Period. Like the best restaurants, the best everything is in New York. Anyway, well, except for the best basketball teams. We are finding that out plain and clear right now as Wemby puts belt to ass to the the New York Knicks. New York about to turn into Gotham if they win or lose. Yeah, I mean, it's already happening. I mean, I saw like a video of a dude, I think, getting thrown off a bridge. Like, it was crazy, bro. There were riots. There were. New York cannot handle this. They cannot handle this. They cannot handle this. You could stop. Yeah. Anyway, do you feel like Sky Blue has a bright future in AEW? This is an interesting one. Do I think Sky Blue has a bright future in AEW? I think it depends on what you mean by bright. I think that she is early enough in her career where you can't really put a ceiling on where she can go. If you ask me, gun to my head, where I see her over the next couple of years, I see her as an upper mid-carder to like a tweener main eventer, if that makes sense. So kind of in a similar place where Drew McIntyre is on the WWE main roster. That's where I kind of see her. Like she is capable she's going to be capable of hosting and being a part of like main event feuds. I just don't know. And again, she needs to develop a couple of things. Like there needs to be character development. There needs to be a couple of things. But if that is a bright future to you, which it is to me, most certainly a bright future, then yes, I think she is going to have a very bright future in AEW. It's just a matter of time, I think. Do you think she can eventually be a world champion? I think she can, yes. Don't get me wrong. I love pay-per-view, but Forbidden Door needs more wrestling promotions. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they could have done to bolster the Forbidden Door premise. And this is a byproduct of I think, where Forbidden Door is. Like, there is a problem with Forbidden Door, don't get me wrong. I think despite the fact that it is one of AEW's most popular pay-per-views by both attendance and by the gate number that they usually get and by pay-per-view buys, like that's just a matter of fact. As of June 2026, before this edition of Forbidden Door has been their second biggest drawing pay-per-view by average. So that has some standing when you think about Forbidden Door's place in the pecking order of AEW. That being said, like they don't even build it up as the real Forbidden Door anymore. And part of it is a lot of the major talent that New Japan had, and let's be honest, this was in large part a AEW New Japan partnership when it first started. A lot of those talent are now in AEW or they're gone elsewhere. They're not in New Japan anymore. And the talent that New Japan does have, like they have some big talent. We saw Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. get announced. But it's not at the same level and they're not as abundant. So you don't have like 5, 6, 7 Zack Sabre Jr.'s just laying around on the roster. But where I think AEW has gone wrong is Forbidden Door doesn't necessarily just have to be New Japan. Doesn't necessarily just have to be CMLL. I think that there's, an expanded version of Forbidden Door they haven't really thought about. And to me, it's not even about a company. I think there's a lot of talent out there that their main value for being in AEW would be that first initial pop they get when they come out as a surprise. And I think you got to find that for a Forbidden Door concept, you got to find that intersection of talent that have name recognition, that get a pop, that can kind of act as that Forbidden Door thing, and that you don't need after the show. You don't need to sign them to long-term deals. They're just there for a couple of spots. The talent I'm talking about, a guy like Killer Cross. He's perfect in my view for this Forbidden Door concept. He's not going to sign with AEW. He's probably still going to do his thing on the indies. He did an interview this week with Ariel Helwani. He did an interview on the MMA Hour this week where he spoke about how he's doing well and he's making a lot of money and he's happy. And I think if you're looking at that, right, you're like, okay, well, let's get him in the door for a run of 4 appearances leading up to Forbidden Door. It'll create some buzz, and then we don't have to worry about what to do with him next because he was only here for a short period of time. You could do it with him. You could do it with the former Baron Corbin. is another guy, I think. You could do it with a person like Dakota Kai, who you might not, maybe they want to bring in full time, but I think that there's creative ways like that to bring in talent that aren't necessarily associated with one company over another. I think MLW should be a part of the Forbidden Door. I assume that maybe we'll see some of that integration with MJF and MLW because, he obviously has his boys over there. But I don't know. I think they're just not as creative with it. The other thing that I mentioned at the top was the positioning of Forbidden Door where it is in the calendar just does not make sense for AEW. It is at a god-awful position. I think they need to move it. If I'm AEW, I'm moving Forbidden Door to either like late January, early February, where you kind of have that window of time where you're not doing much. You don't have those pay-per-views because between the New Year's Eve show they usually do in World's End and mid-March, which is usually when they have Revolution, there's no pay-per-views. So to me, right, if World's End is where your kind of year ends and that's the big blow off and that's where everything gets, the world ends and everything gets born anew, that's probably the perfect time to reset things, and like Forbidden Door would be really good to do then. And quite frankly, from a business standpoint, it makes sense to me because New Japan is pretty dog shit most of the year. The one time where Gedo actually tries to book a great show is at right around Wrestle Kingdom. So you have the buzz coming off of Wrestle Kingdom for a late January major Forbidden Doors show between AEW, New Japan, Stardom, and all these other companies. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I just don't think it fits where it is because, like, we're on the road to All In, and we got to worry about Forbidden Door bullocks. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think that they need to move it in the calendar. I don't like the idea of doing Forbidden Door leading up to All In, and I just think it's time. If you're going to keep it around, that's fine. But you got to move it to January or February. And then you must get more creative with it. What they're doing right now just simply doesn't work. It's just like, okay, we're having the Owen Hart Cup. And, okay, but here we go. We got some Forbidden Door talent. Haha, Zack Sabre, Jr. Michael. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Brother, we had Wrestle Dynasty. We had it once, and we didn't have it this year for a reason, because it didn't do well. It didn't do well. And that's why they didn't do it. Like, I just think, look, the Forbidden Door name is bigger than Wrestle Dynasty. That point blank period. And plus, that show happened in Japan. It's a very different concept for a show. I stand by it. I think move Forbidden Door to late January, early February. Have that be your kind of off cycle, preseason, whatever you want, exhibition kind of period of AEW. You can't have like an exhibition period right leading up to your biggest show of the year. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no freaking sense at all whatsoever. Nada. Zilch. Anyway, that's just me though. That's just me. They can't do it in January or early February because New Japan has to build new feuds right there. Listen, bro. Gedo can get over it. He tends to shit the bed around that time period anyway. They might as well take some money from AEW and put on a show. Do you think Kenny will win the World Championship at Redemption? Yep. I'm all in on, pardon the pun, on Kenny Omega winning the World Championship. I think Kenny will win the World title belt. I think that it will be Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at All In. That is your big main event match. It is the biggest match that they can do right now. It has to be that. Speaking of things that need to change, I'm sorry, but the Bloodline story is kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. I don't see much more you can get out of it. It's dog shit. The Bloodline story is horrible. Is a blot on the face of professional wrestling. It is just an abomination. It needs to be stopped. It is intolerable. I think Triple H needs to throw it off of the tallest building it possibly can be on. It is done. The Bloodline story has run its course. at this point, the only reason they continue to do it is because it is a marketing machine. And you know what else was a marketing machine back in its day? The NWO. The NWO made WCW a boatload of money even after it had run its course. The Wolfpack were Bowdy and Rowdy every single week on Nitro, cutting promos that led to nothing and nowhere, but it was still very profitable. In the same way, the Bloodline storyline is still very profitable. People will buy the OTC 1 shirts. People will buy Weedo 1s. People will buy I Acknowledge You Jacob Fatu shirts. But they won't buy the act because it is stale. It has run its course. We took a guy like Jacob Fatu, who was on the cusp of being a true main eventer. And you had him get down on one knee and simp out to Roman Reigns. You had Jacob Fatu, a killer, a beast, an animal, a monster, the biggest, baddest thing in all of WWE, a protected superstar. You had him. Okay, acknowledge Roman. You had him get down on one knee. You had him convulse and do his little Weedo 1s. You have him be a lackey to Roman now. What are we doing? Because I'll tell you this. A lot of people are fantasy booking this. They're saying this is going to lead to Jacob Fatu versus Roman. And we're going to get a major build like we did with Batista and Triple H. 10 toes down right now. I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it. There's no way. No freaking way. Or as Leo wants me to say, apparently, no fucking way that Jacob Fatu is going to beat Roman for the world title. No, it will not happen. I'm sorry. I know that bursts a lot of your bubble, bursts a lot of your dreams. A lot of WWE state media is getting, I'm on the internet. Doesn't matter. It's not happening. All right? Jacob Fatu is not going to beat Roman for the belt. He might win the belt, but it ain't going to be Roman. And you know why? Think about this. Really think about this. When was the last time that Roman was beaten by his cousin? Straight up in a singles match. When has anyone in that family beaten Roman Reigns? I'll wait. Jay hasn't done it. Jimmy damn sure hasn't done it. Sammy was an honorary Uso. He didn't do it. Solo, nope. I'm just saying. And again, mostly kayfabe. But in kayfabe, one could say that Roman's kind of a dog shit cousin, bro. I ain't gonna lie. In kayfabe, one could say, man, Roman really just wants to fight his family so he can beat him, son him, put him behind him, throw that one up, and not show up for a couple of weeks. And I know a lot of people are like, Jacob has to take the belt from Roman. When's he gonna do it? When's he gonna do it? He's not doing it at SummerSlam. He's not gonna do it at any point until then. They've cooled him off into oblivion. And on top of that, Jacob is family. He is family. He is actually family, like blood family. The Rock is not blood family. The Tongans are not blood family. Jacob is. But he's not going to do it. It's not going to be Jacob versus Roman at SummerSlam. It is just not. I will. Spoiler alert, it is not. But what a lot of people are pointing to is, well, they're going to build this to WrestleMania. You guys really think Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns is going to be a Mania match where Roman is going to do the job to Jacob Fatu? Are you out of your minds? What about the way that Roman carries himself into Mania makes you think that? What about the fact that Saudi Arabia is going to host WrestleMania? They're not going to take Jacob Fatu in that main event, dog. That ain't happening. Nah. To quote LA Knight. The matches for Roman that are lined up for that show are either A, the rematch, the big one that everyone at TKO wants to see, Roman versus Cody, where Roman's going to beat Cody, or the match that all of everyone in the entire universe wants to see, Roman versus The Rock. They're not running Jacob versus Roman. And they're not beating Roman with Jacob Fatu if they're building up to either one of those matches. So I ask you again, when does Jacob do it? Roman could lose the title through some shenanigans, but it's not going to be to Jacob. And at the end of it, you know what's probably going to happen? Roman's going to lose the title in dubious circumstances. He's going to look at Jacob, be like, I got to go another way. But you carry this forward. Bring that belt back to the bloodline. And you know what? Jacob's going to go out and win it. He's going to beat like LA Knight or something for the belt. And then, or Gunther, whoever, he's going to beat someone for the belt. And then Roman's going to beat Cody and win the real title. He's going to win the real title. And through all of it, Roman gets protected every step of the way. Well, I am not anti-Jacob. I am anti the way WWE books. Guys, I am not giving you what I want to happen. I'm telling you, this is not a prediction. It is a spoiler. It's just the truth, man. It's my entire job. I've been watching WWE my entire life. I've been overanalyzing the product. I've been following the booking patterns. This is the booking pattern for current WWE. Point blank, period. It's what will happen. If Jacob Fatu, I will shave my beard. I will shave my beard on stream if Jacob Fatu beats Roman Reigns for the World Championship at any point between now and Mania next year. I will shave my beard. It will not happen. I am that confident. I love this beard. I am nothing without my, I'm not going to have that on stream. I'm not going to have that quote on stream. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm not risking this beard for no reason if I'm not confident. It's just crazy. I think Omar got an analysis from ChatGPT. No, that's just ChatGPT is just what WWE uses to book the show. No, did you read the report? Oh, come on. I don't know what irritates me more, Jacob's booking or LA Knight's booking. I mean, listen, man. Shout out to LA Knight. I don't know what's going on. Homer's new album, My Entire Job, is coming out soon. Chill. But yeah, I mean, again, it is not what I want, but it is where I see this going. Like, again, you tell me if I said anything wrong. I just, that's the booking pattern of WWE in 2026. I have more faith in the worst version of politicians than I do in WWE's booking, and I hate politics. You and me both, brother. Not show up for a couple of weeks like CM Punk. We'll talk about Punk. Don't worry. We'll talk about big old Punkaroo. Big old CM Punk. CM Punk. Yeah, no, I mean, it is crazy. You think Steve Macklin's going to AEW or WWE? His contract is up, apparently. And TNA let everyone know about it because I got a press release about it from TNA, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine there. I'm not sure. I mean, I could see him going to NXT, but I don't know if he comes to AEW, he's just going to be like, member number 40 in the Don Callis family. And maybe that's what he does. How much are they charging for SummerSlam? I will tell you this. They are not charging as much as they did for WrestleMania for SummerSlam. So let me actually pull up the tickets for you so you can kind of see what we're looking at here. So SummerSlam is broken into 2 nights. We got, ignore 21 Pilots. We got Saturday and Sunday. So let's look at the 2-night package here. By the way, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, guys. So again, and like they've only opened up half the stadium. Tickets are not selling well right now for SummerSlam. Unfortunately for them, I expect them to pick up at some point. I mean, they're gonna announce like Brock versus Oba 3, and that's gonna sell a bunch of tickets. And you're gonna. I think you are looking at like anywhere between 35 to 40,000, which is a very healthy number for SummerSlam in my view. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why isn't it 60 or whatever? But it is what it is. So let's see. Close to ringside. Let's see. Second row. You can get for $8,000. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad for real, for real. You got you can sit in the fourth, fifth row for $1,000. Okay, well, whoa, WWE, whoa. TKO good? TKO good? Hold up. We got the lower bowl. Okay, for 2,000. Okay, all right. What we got here? Up on the upper deck of the lower bowl, we got. Okay, 500. Okay, we're getting there. All right, let's see. Okay, 200s. We got 200 levels for 390. Okay, to sit all the way in the back is kind of crazy, but all right. And then to sit up here in the heavens with all of your favorite greats, with Bruno Sammartino, $185. Shout out to Bruno. So $185 to get in the door. It could be worse. Knowing TKO, it probably should be worse, but it's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad. For comparison, let's check out AEW All In, which I'm still waiting, bro. I don't know what Tony's doing. I'm still waiting for them to open up the hard cam side. I'm not buying those shitty tickets that they want me to buy on the other side where I get an obstructed view. I'm just not doing it, TK. I'm just not doing it, my boy. My boy, I'm not doing it. All right. So to compare it now, you got All In, which let's zoom in a little bit so we can see what the damage looks like. Okay, so we got All In. You can see they've sold a good amount of the tickets here. I mean, these are all sold out. And then we get to here. This is where it stops. This last section where you see the blue. That's all obstructed. They have yet to open up any of what you're seeing on the screen right now. Any of the hard cam side, none of it. None of the hard cam side is open up. Why? Those are your prime tickets. Those are the tickets that people are actually going to want to buy. Anyway, let's see. For All In, if you want to sit close up, like a couple of rows up, 3 rows up, 4 rows up, $1,500. Not bad. You want to sit in the lower bowl, which there's not many tickets left here. 304 pound, which is right around like $320 dollars. You got sit in the 200s. Okay, 200 pound. So far, so good? Question mark. And then to get in the door, you can get in the door for 50 pound. That's pretty good. Pretty good to get in the door. You're sitting up there. You're sitting up there. But you're only paying 50 pound. Pretty good, to be honest with you. How you doing? I don't know why I sound like that dude. Even $185 mean 18 different games on Steam. All In is way more worth it. If only the UK wasn't a trash country. Yeah, we'll see. Shout out to listen. I just want to say, in light of some bans that have been thrown out there by Keir Starmer and others who I'm not calling fascist, but other people might call fascist. I just want to say, I think Keir Starmer, you're doing a wonderful job. I think you're fantastic. I think you're the greatest prime minister that the UK has ever had, and I think you should let me in the country because I will sing like a bird the praises of Keir Starmer and his wonderful, amazing, perfect government that is never done anything wrong to crack down on free speech or stop people from protesting a genocide in Gaza. Keir Starmer, whenever the fuck the next election year is in the UK. Yeah, no. But I hope to God that Keir Starmer is forced to resign. He's been a god awful labor leader. Sitting up there. I'm not saying that, guys. Come on. Can we physically move Wembley elsewhere? I mean, AEW will be moving All In elsewhere. Omar, Keir isn't the one you gotta worry. I mean, who do I gotta worry about? Who do I gotta worry about? Finn wins the tournament. Jacob challenges at SummerSlam. It's not happening. It's not happening. Big Om trying not to get banned and arrested. Listen, I'm gonna pay. Listen. I paid a certain amount of money for these tickets, or for my ticket over there, my hotel. I'm trying to save my peace. Keir Starmer, if you're listening, you have my support. Until the second I get on that plane to go home. Then, no, whoa. I don't know who said that. Keir, that wasn't me. Yeah, that wasn't me. I think, I think you're doing a wonderful job, like I said. $12,000 to make pasta with Ethan Page. That was nuts. You guys see that? It was like WWE charged like tens of thousands of dollars for pasta making lessons with WWE superstars. And it's like, you got to make pasta with Ethan Page and who else was it? Hold up. Who else was it? It was like, no, hold on. I got to find this. I gotta find this because this was insane. It was making pasta. You can make pasta with like a couple of members of the WWE roster. No, where is it? Hold up. I gotta find this. WWE pasta making. Because this was insane. Okay. On Reddit. So we got 11... That's insane. $11,500. Official Clash in Italy front row tickets. Reserved seating. Exclusive backstage experience. Private pasta making session with WWE stars. And I'm pretty sure the stars were, it was like Ethan Page. Like, shout out to Ethan Page. Wonderful guy. Wonderful human being. I hope I get to meet him one day. I hope I get to interview him one day. Come on the pod. But God help me if I ever pay $12,000 to make fucking pasta with Ethan Page. God help me. Like, you pay $12,000 to sit front row at that ass PLE and make pasta with Ethan Page? What are we doing? Like, that shit was crazy. Okay, here it is. So, no. I have the picture. We have the picture. Shout out to Fightful for getting this. So, you got Maxine Dupree and Ethan Page. Shout out to Maxine Dupree and Ethan Page. I love them. Amazing human beings. I'm not paying $12,000 to make pasta with y'all. What the fuck? Like, this is insane. I mean, shout out to you if you got it like that and that's what you want. That's insane. Pasta with the Canadians. I'm pretty sure Maxine Dupree is Canadian, isn't she? Isn't she Canadian? Did I make that up? Chat, did I make that up? Yeah, no, okay, she's from Cali. The name Dupree was, I was like, maybe there's a little Quebecois in there. I don't know. PTA says, like him or dislike him, even when he does nothing, Punk gets the attention. He most certainly does. CM Punk is an enigma in professional wrestling. It's crazy. Don't forget referee John Cone. Oh, how could I forget John Cone? Shout out to John Cone. Shout out to the father of Nicholas. You made that up. What did I make up? I did not make anything up. I only spread the truth. What did I make up? Oh, her being from Canada? Yeah. I just assumed. I was like, Maxine Dupree. Then I realized, I got to remember. I'm like, oh, wait, it's a kayfabe name. Oops. I got worked. You know who else got worked? A lot of the fans out there who believed that CM Punk wasn't leaving. So, obviously, the CM Punk WWE story has been a big one. I mean, everyone wants to know what the hell is going on with CM Punk. And we have a bunch of answers. So, he had his match with Roman at WrestleMania. That was the last time he wrestled. And then there were a lot of rumors and speculation that he had planned time off after WrestleMania. Comes out on Raw the next day and he says, nah, I'm not going anywhere. And we have not seen CM Punk since then. So it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that that's the case, because a lot of people are out here calling CM Punk a liar, which I would be too. We have some reporting, though, about his whereabouts. A lot of people are speculating. Is he done with WWE? Is it contract related? Is he mad about AJ Lee's use in WWE? Well, here's what we know. According to PW Insider, a trusted WWE source, said, while they were not aware of why CM Punk has been off television, there's new merchandise being put together, and Punk appearances are set for this summer. We have even more news regarding this, courtesy of Fightful Select. Regarding the CM Punk rumors going around, nobody in WWE among the dozens spoken to has heard that Punk wanted out of his WWE contract, and no talent heard from believe he had been asked to take a pay cut. Don't believe me? We got another report courtesy of FightfulSelect.com. Go support independent media. The rumors of CM Punk being mad over something about AJ Lee were scoffed at internally, as the plans for AJ's return and run were pretty well planned from the time she came back. She completed that run. People who worked directly with and around AJ have never heard anything changing or rumors of that issue. So, all that to say, CM Punk is fine in WWE, it would seem. I think this is a whole lot of nothing. The rumors about Punk being dissatisfied, the rumors and innuendo about him wanting out, it's all bull. At the end of it, WWE got everyone riled up because they had Punk go out there and say that he was not going to go on vacation. And then he proceeded to just go on vacation. That was the plan from the get-go. They gaslit you. They lied to you. They want the firestorm. They want the attention. They want people talking about CM Punk. They want people engaging with CM Punk as a topic. So now, in the next few weeks after the Saudi show, when he returns in the lead up to SummerSlam, it's a major thing that people are anticipating. And now people can be like, oh my God, CM Punk, oh, he's back. Let me get on Twitter. That's why. It's a marketing thing. And it's good marketing. It's great digital strategy. It's great social strategy. You lie to your fans and you're breaking that trust. And you're making CM Punk look like a fucking idiot. And you're making him look like a jackass, an asshole. But you're getting the clicks. And WWE is a clicks-based industry. Eyeballs run everything for WWE. So why should they care? Wall Street Money, shout out to you, my man, for the $6.99 Canadian. CM Punk comes back. I'm not here to be the voice of the voiceless. I'm here to be a corporate suck-up. And, I mean, as a big fan of CM Punk, I can honestly say nothing that was said was a lie. CM Punk, I mean, he's corporate man Punk. Like, it is what it is. I'm not afraid to say it. Even as someone who, like, Punk is one of my favorite wrestlers ever. It doesn't mean I need to like the human being or whatever, but it is what it is. He's a corporate stooge. He came out there and he apologized to the government of Saudi Arabia for saying that they gave WWE blood money, which is just an abject fact, right? Like yeah, it is what it is. He's wearing a suit. He's doing all the things that he talking about not that he's doing. It is what it is. This is who he's always been. Like, it's crazy when people are surprised about that. It is what it is. AJ Lee literally showed up. No, come on. I'm not going there. Just let the man rest. He's 47 and has been going hard since he returned. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let him rest. He deserves it. He deserves it. My thing is just don't lie to your fans. Don't gaslight your fans, bro. Don't gaslight your fans. That's my whole thing. Dynamite tonight was good, though. I enjoyed Dynamite. I thought the MJF stuff was good. Mark Briscoe is an amazing promo. It's just really good stuff all around. All right, guys. I am tired. I can barely read, as you guys saw. But we'll try to do another stream later this week. World Cup starts tomorrow. I don't know who I'm rooting for. Actually, no. Yes, I do. Shout out to Morocco. Morocco winning the World Cup. I'm saying it right now. It probably won't happen. That Jericho segment was not good. It was over, though. I don't know how TK did it, but he got Jericho over again. He got him over again. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, I got to run. I am, again, very tired, but I will be back later this week, and we'll shoot the breeze. I almost said shoot the shit. Now I wish I just said shoot the shit. Anyway, we'll shoot the breeze, do all that. As always, guys, go subscribe to my other projects. I have a lot of content coming up. A major development coming up over at youtube.com/WrestleVibes. A couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, I should say, I promised a big project that was in the works, and it was the ultimate takedown of TKO. That is happening. It is in the works. I am doing it. It is recorded. It is in the editing phase. So go over, subscribe to Wrestle Vibes, become a channel member over there to get early access to that, get early access to a look at CM Punk and AEW and all of the other content we got going up there. I just had a video that came out publicly about the Ilya Dragunov situation. So, yeah, go check that out, youtube.com/Wrestle Vibes. A lot of content coming up. Fortnite streams finally. Listen, I can be convinced. There is a price for me to get Fortnite and start just I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll wait till they got a Will Ospreay skin in Fortnite. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. Stay safe, stay lovely. Until next time, peace.